How's it going? Willie here from Webmastery Secrets, and today I want to share with you 3 network marketing tips that has absolutely helped me in my business. Now, I would not have been able to do this had it not been for Adam Chandler and Justice. Now, those are the 2 people that has been coaching me, and before I tell you more about them, I want to just share with you how it was able to help me in my business over the last week and a few days or so. So with that said, let's dive in, because for most network marketers, they are in one of 3 places. Either right now they are feeling overwhelmed and frustrated with the lack of results they're getting. Maybe they're pouring all they got into their business, creating content, talking to people and things like that, but they're not seeing any real results. Or it could be that their cash flow isn't really where they want it to be, and they feel like, well, for all the work they're doing, they're not really producing the type of income they should be producing at the level that they're playing at when it comes to creating content and marketing their products and things like that. So today I want to give you 3 network marketing tips that can truly help assist you with becoming successful in your network marketing business. And then at the end, I want to share a video with you that can absolutely change your business model as well as change your business overall. So with that said, let's dive in. The first thing I want to talk to you about is simply this ideal of being overwhelmed. Because if you're overwhelmed in your business, 9 times out of 10, it's because you're trying to take on too much too soon. So for example, when I first came online, I tried to create my own website. Well, I didn't try. I created my own website. I created my own content. At that time, I was into SEO real heavy, so I did all the marketing myself. And before I know it, I would look up and 8 to 10 hours would have been the past, and I would have nothing to really show for it. Yes, I have a video now, and yes, I have some content created. But the problem with this is, for most people, they don't realize this is called passive marketing. So what is passive marketing? Passive marketing just simply means that you're not directly talking to someone. You're putting out content to attract the person that you want to you, but you're leaving it up to the search engines or that specific person to find that content and click on whatever link and become a lead for you. Well, what I found out is, in the last, 3 or 4 years since I've been doing this now, I've been going about this the whole wrong way. And what that simply means is this. Instead of doing passive marketing, I should have been combining passive marketing with active marketing. But let me give you a quick story, because I want to put this into, perspective for you. And the reason why I was only doing passive marketing is because when it comes to me talking to people, I used to have a huge problem with talking to people, because it seemed like when I talk to people, I would always say the wrong thing. I mean, in my mind, it made sense, but to other people, it may came off as being, let's say, mean, rude, or something like that. So I would always find myself having to go back and apologize for what I said. So I found the internet as a way to keep me from having to talk to people. And at this time, when I first came online, it was like a lot of ads all over the place. Would never have to cold call or never have to pick up the phone. And I fell into, I don't want to say the trap, because for some people online that works really well for them. But for my personal style and what I'm trying to do in my business, I have to pick up the phone. Like, there's no getting around it if I want my team to duplicate my efforts. So I stayed in passive mode. I didn't try to do active mode. So what is active mode? Active mode just simply means that you're out and about and you're making new connections. So what does that mean for you? That means that instead of creating just content, you should also be trying to get exposure to your presentation. So whatever your company presentation is, you should be trying to get as many people to that presentation as possible. Now, when I say get them to the presentation, I'm not necessarily talking about a home meeting. So if you're watching this video and you get a lot of people to presentations doing home meetings and things like that, that's awesome. But right now I'm talking about scaling it up. So it could be getting them to a home meeting as well as to an online presentation. Your goal when you're doing active marketing is you're just simply trying to get someone exposure to your business, exposure to your company, so that way you can follow up with them and see how your business fits into their goals or meet their needs and things like that. Really simple stuff, but again, because I came online with the wrong expectations, I was stuck in passive mode. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the lack of results you're getting. Now, the lack of results, this one is huge for me because, of course, when I first came online, I wasn't able to generate leads. Now, I can pretty much generate leads when I want, which is pretty cool, but I still find myself having a hard time talking to people after I generate the leads. So it's like I kind of generate the leads and they just sit there. Well, I take that back. That's how it used to be up till a week ago, right? So now I find myself calling my leads and talking to them. But before I got to that point, what I would do is I would generate my leads, and then I would email them. So I would do the 2 emails a day, like most people preach, which for me it was Dagan Smith. I heard it from him first, and the 2 emails a day. So I done it heavily, and it got me small results, but it didn't get me the type of results that I was looking for. But here's the reality: when I didn't get any leads, I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't do any follow-ups, I didn't do anything like that. But over the past week, since I've been in this coaching program, what I found out, which is something you can use today right now, is just because you don't generate leads in your business, meaning people not opting into your capture page, doesn't mean you can't find people to talk to and prospect while you're at home in your pajamas. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is really, really simple. Our goal is to get exposure to our business, right? Our goal is to get people to see our presentation, whether it's our primary business or some other type of program that we may be a part of. So here's how it works. If you don't have any leads for your business today in your funnel, then you can easily go over to Facebook. And let me tell you guys, like, I was opposed to this at first. Like, I was opposed to going over to Facebook and just starting to make connections with people, and for 2 reasons. The first reason is because I was dealing with my own personal, what would you call it? Battle from within, where I'm worried about saying the wrong thing, so I tend not to say anything. And the second reason was I didn't want to come off as every other entrepreneur, every other network marketer out there. But what I found out over the last 2 weeks, over the last week or so, since I've been doing this, is you have to find what fits your style. So if someone tells you to go over to Facebook and, let's say, talk to 10 people, and they give you a script to use and all that other good stuff, if that script doesn't fit who you are, simply modify it to fit who you are. So a prime example, we were on a webinar last week, and they told us to go connect with 3 people in the group. Now, when it comes to challenges, I do it, and my fear get put to the side. And the reason for that, I guess, is because I'm a very competitive person, if you will. So there is me saying I can't say no to that. Like, I can't do it. So they told us to go network with 3 people, and I was networking with 3 people, and one of the particular people I was networking was with a young lady. She's awesome, by the way. And I was talking to her, and I was telling her, because we was talking about the challenge within the challenge, right? And I was telling her, for me, I know a lot of people was doing like spiritual weight loss and things like that. But for me, my biggest problem right now is communication. Like, I want to learn how to talk to people without coming off as being mean or, unthoughtful or something like that. So as I was talking to her, she said something that really, like, a light bulb went off. Like, she was like, well, you're talking to me right now. And when I thought about it and I went back and read our little conversation we was having, it was like, wow, I am talking to her right now. So before you know it, the next day I'm on Facebook again, and I'm chatting it up with people, and I didn't necessarily use the script that was given to me, but I modified it to work for me. And instead of trying to get someone to see my presentation right up front, what I did was I just wanted to reach out to them. I looked over their fan page. So here's a good little lesson for you if you want to try this technique for yourself in your business. What I do is I simply look over their fan page, and I would search for network marketing groups or something related to what I'm doing. So I'm a technology guy through and through. Like, I love technology. So I would go over to their fan page and look for something I can connect with them on, meaning I can have a real conversation with them about. And then I would lead the conversation back down to the where I really want it to be. So I might get around to finally asking them what do they do. And when they tell me what they do and I already know what type of business they in, I would say something like, "Oh, that sounds awesome. But how did you make the leap from here to here?" Meaning, how did you go from a traditional business to a network marketing business? Like, for one guy I was talking to, he's in television, and like I told him, that sounds like a lot of fun. So how did you go from television to owning your own network marketing business? I think that's pretty fascinating. So he told me how he became it, and the conversation continued on. So the point that I'm making here is, if you don't have any leads, head over to Facebook, do a quick search. The search box over there works just like the one in Google. Your keyword would be network marketing or whatever type of company you're in, just to see what people are talking about, and also to see some people you can make a connection with. So that's my second tip for you. And the third tip for you is one that's really important to me, and that's coaching. None of this that I've shared with you today would be possible had I not taken the time to go out and find some people that have the answers that I want. So to better help me explain this to you, I want to give you a story, because I feel like this is where a lot of people are at in their business right now. So you have two people, and within these two people, they both do the exact same thing. They have the same exact tools. They use the exact same tools, right? So over here, they're woodcutters. So this guy has his axe, and he's cutting wood. I know I'm a horrible drawer. And this guy has his axe, and he's cutting wood. Now, here's the reality of it. This guy works diligently. I'm talking about, it's unbelievably how dedicated he is to really seeing his business grow and really making it to the top. So he doesn't take breaks. He just works day and night, 7 days a week, nonstop. In many ways, you can say this is me, because this is how I used to be. And then over here, you have this guy, which he does work, but he takes a break every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes he take a break. So at the end of the day, when the boss comes up to him and they count out how many logs each one of them cut, well, for this guy, he's like, well, I know I won because I haven't taken a break, and this guy stopped every 5 minutes. So it's humanly impossible for him to win. So I want to ask you, which one of these people do you think won? Was it the guy that stopped every 5 minutes, or was it the guy that worked diligently and goes straight through doing 10 to 12 hours a day? Well, if you said it's the guy that stops every 5 minutes, you would be right. And the reason why is, when he found out that this guy won, he couldn't believe it. So he asked him, how is it possible for you to beat me when you stop every 5 minutes? And this guy simply told him that every time I stopped for 5 minutes, I was sharpening my blade. And that simply means that when he was sitting down sharpening his blade, it was easier for him to cut through the log, versus this guy is working with a dull blade. So that means it takes him a few more chops. So he might be spending 2 to 3 chops on each log, where this guy is only doing it in 1 chop. And that's where a lot of us are right now in our business. We're using strategies and tactics that we think will work for us right now, but we're not stopping to sharpen our blade and sharpen our skills so we can become more efficient and more effective at what we're doing in our business. And I think most times when you're feeling overwhelmed or you're not seeing the results you want to see in your business, then it's because we haven't stopped to sharpen our blade. So right now, I want to invite you to stop what you're doing and sharpen your blade. Below this video, you'll find a presentation to a video. And within that video, it's going to explain the details of the complete course, and it's going to show you how to boost up your cash flow, how to build your business the correct way, but more importantly, it's not selling you on another join my biz op or anything like that. It's just pure value, real course for you, and it's not Empower Network. Now, with that said, here's what it's going to do for you. It's going to show you how to boost your cash flow. It's going to show you 3 steps, the 3-step formula to really taking your business to the next level. It's going to show you how to start getting results that you can leverage for more results. So let's say if you were able to generate, let's say something low like 5 leads today, and you got 1 person on the phone. Well, if you were able to do that, that means you now can talk to that person and leverage what you were able to do to that person to even boost your results more. Now, the video below is below, and right now for a limited time, we're actually allowing people to join the coaching program. Everything that I've shared with you in this video has been what I've learned from the coaching program. It hasn't been anything that I've learned outside of the coaching program. And this is only the second webinar. Our webinar yesterday and our webinar last week. And right now you have the opportunity to join our coaching program, but the only way to get access to the coaching program, because we want to make sure that you're serious and you're truly dedicated to growing your business. So I guess you have to ask yourself, how serious are you really about growing your business? Is this something that you just tell yourself? Is this something that sounds good? Or are you truly committed to doing what it takes to grow your business? Now, that's a question that only you can answer. But to join a coaching program, you have to come in at 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. Now, when you watch the video, if you like what you see, then simply sign up. Once you sign up, you're going to get a call from me, and once you get a call from me, I'm going to show you how to upgrade to one of these 3. And the best part of all is the money that you spent right now is going to go directly towards these levels, so you don't have to pay for full membership again. It's going to be a prorated fee. So it's pretty cool stuff. I highly recommend you take a look at it, because at the end of the day, when you're able to plug yourself into a coaching program where everybody's helping everybody and nobody's pitching you on their biz op, seriously, it's like a breath of fresh air. But more importantly, none of this would have been possible if you wasn't able to challenge yourself. And for me, this is the biggest part of the program I like, the challenging, because it's going to force you to do things you wouldn't normally do. It's going to force you out your comfort zone. And the reason why it's going to force you out your comfort zone is because you're going to have to get your points up, and you're going to have to do a lot of cool stuff that really makes you take a harder look at yourself if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Now, it's different if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're just not getting the results yet. Then that's just a matter of, it taking a little bit of time and you boosting up to that specific place. We all have to start where we are, but the cool thing about that is no matter where you are, the only way you can go is up from there. So at least that's how I look at it. It's really cool. So if you're ready to challenge yourself and you're ready to see what you really made about, and you're super serious about growing your business, I want to encourage you to take a look at the link, click the link, watch the video, and really think about how will this help you in your business, and how quickly can you get into action mode once you make it to the next step. With that said, thanks for watching. This is Willie from WebmasterySecrets.com saying I can't wait to see you on the inside. Thanks again.